Ready to grill without gas, mess, or guesswork? These are the 7 best electric grills that actually sear, smoke, and simplify weeknight cooking, ranked from good to mind-blowing. If apartment rules, small patios, or condo bylaws have kept you from real barbecue flavor, this lineup solves it. From compact balcony champs to dual-zone beasts that hit 700 degrees Fahrenheit, expect honest, hands-on impressions, key features that matter in daily use, and a few downsides where they count, especially on numbers 7 and 6. 7. Cuisinart CEG 115. The CEG 115 feels purpose-built for small spaces. Quick assembly, a 120-volt element, and a non-stick 240 square-inch surface that genuinely fits a dozen smash burgers without crowding, which is rare at this size. The 5-step temperature probe is straightforward. You click into a heat band and it holds remarkably steady for sausages, wings, and fish, with an easy grease channel that keeps flare-ups off the table. For balcony cooks who hate cleanup, the non-stick grid rinses clean in minutes, and the unit pops off the stand for tabletop use when you're tight on floor space. Pushing steaks, the surface gets hot enough to sear, and that's true in practice. Expect a convincing Maillard crust on thinner cuts and burgers. Running at an honest 550 degrees Fahrenheit plus at the surface with the lid shut, it browns fast and evenly. In everyday use, dialing temps is predictable. Chicken thighs land juicy because the heat doesn't roller coaster. There's a confidence to the way it heats. Plug, preheat, cook, done. There are trade-offs. Compared with deeper lid grills, the CEG 115's headroom is limited, so whole chickens or tall tomahawks are out, and even beer can chicken becomes a squeeze. The non-stick plate, while easy to clean, won't deliver the iron bar branding or heat retention of cast iron when you flip thick steaks. If you're chasing smoke, there's no integrated way to add wood chips. This is clean electric grilling, not low and slow barbecue. 6. Charbroil Patio Bistro True Infrared. The Patio Bistro's True Infrared system changes how electric heat feels at the grate, less drying convection, more radiant intensity, and very even edge-to-edge temps across its 320 square-inch total area. In practice, burgers juice up, chicken skin crisps without flare-ups, and hot spots are notably muted compared to open-coil electrics. The control knob and lid thermometer make pacing simple, and the porcelain-coated grates release food well after a good preheat. With 1750 watts on 120 volts, there's genuine headroom to preheat quickly and recover after lid lifts, and the removable grease tray keeps cleanup civilized. The compact cart with wheels helps if you roll it from storage to balcony, and capacity is a sweet spot, up to a dozen burgers, 6 chicken breasts, or 4 steaks for a small party. Infrared really does mitigate flare-ups. It's confidence-boosting for newer grillers. Critically, the true infrared shield that gives you even heat also creates a different searing personality. You get uniform browning, but less of the thick, bar mark branding some expect from cast iron. It's a more pan-like sear with radiant punch rather than heavy grate branding. If you love big marks, you may miss them here. Also, the grate emitter assembly needs proper brushing after sugary sauces. Letting residue bake on can dull performance. The dome accommodates moderate roasts, but taller cuts are still a compromise, and while winter performance is better than most electrics, wind can sap the feel if you open the lid often. The cart is compact but not burly. Keep it on level ground. 5. Ninja OG701 Woodfire. The OG701 is the electric grill that smokes thanks to an integrated pellet box that burns real hardwood for flavor, not fuel. In testing, it delivered that telltale barbecue perfume on wings, salmon, and even air-fried fries. 1 scoop of pellets is all it needs for a full cook. The magic is flexibility. 7 functions let you grill, smoke low and slow, air fry, roast, bake, dehydrate, and reheat, all outdoors with weather-resistant design. As a grill, the OG701 sears better than expected for a compact unit, and as a smoker, it's shockingly efficient for ribs and pork tenderloin with consistent convection circulation. The interface is dead simple. Set function, pick high, medium, low, set the time, and let the fan and heater keep things on track. For apartment patios, it's a dream. No gas bottles, no charcoal ash, real smoke taste. Pellet use is minimal because the electricity does the heating. Pellets add flavor only, which avoids big smoke plumes while still infusing food. This also means pellet costs are negligible per session compared to pellet grills. In wet or windy weather, the sealed design keeps temps steady better than exposed coil designs. The trade-off is a smaller cooking surface compared to cart grills. Batch cooking for a crowd requires planning. Also, while it sears burgers and thinner steaks well, it won't match dual-zone 600 degrees Fahrenheit plus platforms on thick steak crust and rapid recovery with the lid up. Still, for anyone prioritizing smoke flavor and versatility in a compact footprint, it's standout. Number 4. Weber Lumin Compact Outdoor Electric Barbecue Grill. Weber took electric seriously with the Lumin Compact, a 50-60-watt heater that tops 600 degrees Fahrenheit, porcelain enameled cast iron grates, and a multifunction core that can sear, steam, smoke, and keep warm. The cast iron grate is the hero, superb heat retention and classic marks, and the high-temp ceiling punches above its size for steakhouse-style browning. The 26-pound build feels sturdy, and Weber's fit and finish shows in little details like the tidy grease management. In everyday use, the Lumin is a precision searer for steaks, chops, and skewers. The interchangeable trays let you steam veg or buns while you grill mains, or add a hint of smoke without a pellet box. It's apartment-friendly, yet capable of genuine high-heat cooking, which is a rare combination in compact electrics. The smaller 180 square in primary area means portion planning for more than 4 diners, but it's efficient, preheat, sear, serve with minimal fuss. Cable length and portability are city-friendly. It's easy to stash and deploy on a balcony. Cleanup is straightforward thanks to the enamel and removable grease tray. Where it falls short of larger platforms is pure capacity and 2-zone play. You can manage hot-cool by position and lid timing, but you won't get independent zone control. Still, for compact but serious grilling that leaves cast iron stripes and locks in juices, it's a dependable performer. If high-heat searing and Weber build in a compact footprint are your priorities, the Lumin Compact over-delivers. 3. Ninja Woodfire Pro XL Outdoor Grill, OG850. The Pro XL scales up Ninja's formula: more space, beefier heat, built-in smart probe, and the same woodfire pellet flavor infusion on command. Grilling for a crowd becomes realistic, and the probe takes guesswork out of thicker proteins, alerting you as they climb through doneness. It's weather-resistant and designed for permanent patio duty, not just occasional balcony sessions. Across functions, grill, smoke, air fry, roast, the Pro XL maintains temperature discipline while the fan circulates heat and smoke evenly. In testing, bark formation on ribs was legit for an electric with a pellet assist, and the amount of pellets needed stayed low since electricity handles the heat. With the lid up, recovery is faster than the smaller OG701 thanks to the higher wattage and mass. As a weeknight machine, it shines. One-touch programs, guided probe cooking, and cleanup that doesn't punish you for glazing sauces. The capacity jump means you can do proteins and sides together more often, which is the tipping point for real grill as outdoor oven behavior. If there's a compromise, it's still not a dual-zone iron monster. For split-zone steak plus veg perfection, you're better served by true multi-zone designs. Also, it's physically larger, so plan storage or a permanent corner. But in the do-everything electric with smoke niche, it's a class leader. Want smoke on demand, real capacity, and smart temp control with fewer variables to manage? The Pro XL earns its podium spot. 2. Plug-and-Grill Turbo E Outdoor Electric Grill. Turbo E is the first electric grill here that feels like a mini smart range outdoors. Digital control, probe-driven doneness, one-touch preheat, and an auto-resting mode that smooths out overcooks. The dual infrared design adds the kind of searing intensity usually reserved for gas sear burners, while the 416 to 430 square in total space with 286 square in primary gives you honest family and friends capacity. Even tall roasts fit thanks to a generous interior height and elevated lid. What stands out is the controlled aggression. It ramps hard to temp, stays there, and the safety cutoff at 572 degrees Fahrenheit keeps condo compliance intact without killing crust formation. Infrared panels deliver charcoal-adjacent flavor cues by reducing moisture drift and surface drying, and the warming rack helps stage multi-item cooks. It's flame-free, great for restrictions, and runs on a standard 120-volt outlet. The digital experience reduces error. Preheat is repeatable, the probe nails target temps, and the unit feels designed for companies here in 15-minute scenarios. Sear steaks, rest them automatically, and keep sides hot. For a wide patio cook, you can run burgers and veg simultaneously without juggling as much as compact units. Being new and somewhat niche, accessory availability is lighter than legacy brands, and the dual infrared plates reward regular brushing to keep them at peak output. Also, the auto shutoff is a safety win, but will surprise you if you're trying to flirt with max temps for extended cast iron skillet work. Just plan your timing. 1. Current Model G Dual Zone Grill. Model G is the first electric grill that genuinely displaces mid-tier gas on power, control, and results. It heats to 700 degrees Fahrenheit at the cooktop, about 150 degrees Fahrenheit hotter than the leading gas brand's published max, then holds that intensity even in cold air or with the lid open, thanks to anodized aluminum tops and a patented heating system. In practice, searing is ferocious. Steak crusts rival steakhouse burners, smashed burgers blister instantly, and recovery between flips is instant. True independent dual zones change everything. You can run a ripping sear on one side and a gentle finishing zone on the other, or stage proteins and sides without musical chairs. Preheat to cooking readiness in about 10 minutes, with precise, even temperatures across the surface, no hot rings or cold corners. For condo living, it's balcony-friendly and more energy efficient than gas, producing 0 point-of-use emissions. The connected app is more than a novelty. Remote control of modes, guided recipes, and organized probe management make complex cooks feel easy. Smart Clean turns post-cook dread into a button press, and flavor trays let you add steam or smoke via water, chips, or pellets to layer taste without losing control. The design also won recognition for merging high heat with efficiency, which tracks with real-world performance. Searing thick steaks with the lid open, something that hobbles most electrics, works here. In cold weather cooks, the zones still hit target, which keeps schedules predictable when hosting. With probes routed cleanly through the side of the controller, cables stay out of the way, and the app tracks temps without babysitting. Final thought, that's all for today, folks.